This video is on the spiral. Take a look first. There are a few things that you have to watch out for when you're dancing the spiral in order to keep your balance. First of all, step one. When you are stepping forward into the preparation for the spiral, make sure you do it just as you would in any Rumba walk or Cha-Cha walk. I've done a video on the Rumba walk, so you can watch that. And one of the things that I've said there is when you're stepping forward, you want to go into a very slight overcross. So you're not stepping in a track beside your standing foot. You're not even stepping really in front of the track of the standing leg or in the same track of the standing leg. You're actually overcrossing a tiny little bit. Yes? This places this part of your foot underneath your center, which makes you the most balanced that you can be. So, step one, the preparation for the spiral. You're going with a very, very slight overcross. So if you look in the mirror, you shouldn't be able to see the back foot in the mirror because it's hidden. It's slightly on that side even because you're in a bit of an overcross. Step one. Now, step two. You're going to do the actual spiral. And what I think is really important in order to stay balanced is for you to keep your weight spread out between both feet. So don't put all of your weight on your standing leg. Keep at least a little bit, or I actually say almost half of the weight on your supporting foot. So as you spiral, you're never on one foot. You're constantly on 2 feet. You're constantly on 2 feet. You're still on 2 feet and still on 2 feet. And even right here, you're still on 2 feet. So you're not fully over the standing leg. You're definitely using your supporting leg for support. And then you can take a step again. And this time you can make the spiral in the other direction. So currently I'm in a slight overcross. So if you were to look this way, you shouldn't be able to see my back foot. Now I'm going to start to spiral, and I will be split weight. At least a little bit of the weight should be on the supporting foot. I stay split weight, I don't lose it, I'm never on just one foot, and same thing over here. By the end of the spiral, you definitely have most of the weight on your standing leg, which is my left currently, but you do have some weight on your supporting foot, which is my right, to help support you, to not lose balance. And then you can take a step. Now, as some of the other things I've mentioned in the other videos, you always need to have a very strong center, so it cannot be relaxed. There should be a lot going on right here. This should be very, very strong. You should have straight legs, so strong legs, strong knees, really, really straight for both standing leg and supporting leg. And, of course, I've also mentioned in other videos before that your supporting foot and leg has to be very strong, but let's talk about the foot very quickly because it's helping you stay balanced. It needs to be strong. And for the foot to be strong, the heel should be at the highest possible. You should be on the bone of the ball of the foot, which is on this part of your foot, because this isn't as strong. This is much stronger. So highest possible ball of the foot, on the bone of the ball of the foot, very straight leg as you start your spiral. And as you continue your spiral, you still have 2 straight legs. Notice I'm slightly split weight. Still, this knee starts to bend at this point, but your standing leg stays straight. And notice at the end of that, I didn't release my center, I kept it strong. And then you can take a step again. So, a couple of things. Foot in a slight overcross as you take that step, so that this part of your leg is right underneath your center. Next part, very strong standing leg, very strong supporting leg, very strong supporting foot because it's going to hold you. As you start to spiral, you stay slightly split weight, well, definitely split weight. And as you've completed the spiral, you can take a step forward again, just like you would in a Rumba walk or a Cha-Cha walk. As you take this first step, make sure you do it through a strong center. Good posture also, really stretched out in your spine. So as you take that first step, think about that. And then all you have to do after that is maintain it. So don't lose it as you spiral. Make sure you don't lose the support of your supporting foot, meaning don't take your weight off of the supporting foot. Some people will do the spiral like this, and notice there's no weight on that leg at all, so you kind of lose balance. So definitely no weight on that leg. Make sure that you're staying split weight. In order to really understand the spiral, I think it's really important to watch the video that I did on explaining the Rumba walk or the Cha-Cha walk, specifically the walk part. So it explains exactly how to place your feet forward, how strong your legs should be, the turn out in your feet, where exactly to place the foot. If all of those things are very, very comfortable and you can do your Rumba walks very comfortably, then the spiral should be easy. There's just a little bit more extra information in the spiral, which I'm covering right here, but definitely without those things it would be very difficult to do the spiral. So, step 1, spiral staying split weight, and finish the spiral still somewhat split weight, and then choose to take the next step. The most common mistake that I see in my students when they're first learning how to do the spiral is them not maintaining their standing leg and maintaining their supporting leg. So they end up switching between the two. They begin by having their right leg as their standing leg, for example, and at the end of their spiral, their left leg becomes their standing leg. So that's really important not to do. You begin on your right foot as your standing leg, and at the end of the spiral, your right leg should stay standing leg. So the standing leg is usually flat, supporting leg is usually heel up. So as you do your spiral, make sure that at the end of the spiral, after completing the spiral, your supporting foot's heel is still up. If it ended up dropping, that means you changed weight while doing the spiral, and that's not good. Or, for example, if your standing leg is your left foot, your supporting is your right. At the end of the spiral, your right is still your supporting and your left is still standing. Because my right heel is off the ground, but my left heel stayed on the ground. And then I can take a step. So that's probably the most common mistake. Another really common mistake is dancers forgetting to keep their center strong as they spiral. The center is sort of like what holds everything together. As soon as you lose it, then everything becomes a little bit too relaxed and not strong. And when it's strong, it keeps control of everything. So if you lose your center while spiraling, then that throws you off balance. But if you stay with a strong center the whole time, and of course posture, then that helps you stay strong and balanced. Have fun practicing the spiral.